There's the mill.
Oh, sure.
O'Hare's mill.
Yeah.
And there's Anna Lake in the background. And Tommy
Spud Donoghue, maybe?
Tommy Donoghue's shop, yeah.
Okay.
And Anna Lake.
Well, my father used to go to that mill with corn from Milltown long when he was a young man.
And in Milltown he'd come?
Yeah, with a horse and cart with the bags of grain to get ground down for making bread.
And it'd be just, again, purely for your own use kind of thing?
Oh yeah, purely for your own use. You grow the oats and get her ready and bring her over there and get the thrasher to take the grain out of it. You know, the thrasher. You have the straw left, and then you bring the grain to the mill to get it ground. Hughie McInerney and his father had the same down at Red Hills. And my father went there as well with a little pony from here.
Oh, from here actually?
Yeah.
So it was still in the go in the 1960s?
Oh, yeah, it'd be far, yeah, around the 50s, yeah.
And then the whole site was demolished or something? There's nothing there left, is it?
No, there was no one growing grain then, since.
But it looks like a fairly big site, so it used to store it or something, did it?
No, well, you see, everyone that came with their oats and stuff, it had to be left there. Put bags, it was all bags.
So you just left it and came back and picked it up?
Correct, yeah. Might be done for a week.
How would the likes of those now be keeping an eye on rats and stuff like that?
Oh, sure, look at those full of mice. Wouldn't many rats, but there'd be a pile of cats laying about everywhere. James O'Reilly. Patrick Riley. Don't know who's up top. James O'Reilly, Patrick Riley. Oh, Phil Farley. He was a workman around the country at that time. He lived in where Shane Connaughton's living now in the Blackstick School. Yeah, Phil. Yeah, it says here the lad is Tramped by Noel Bartley's the garson. Yeah, that's Noel up on top, yeah. A bit more like Derek there now. I never knew Patrick, but that's Colum's father there, James.
Now, there's haymaking during the war down beside, actually within 200 yards of O'Hare's mill, down in Orney.
Do you know who they are there?
Oh, aye, James, your uncle, and Patrick.
That's who?
James O'Reilly.
James O'Reilly.
Colum's father.
Colum's father.
And Uncle Patrick, he wasn't married.
Okay, and up at the top?
It's Phil Farley, who worked in Orney, and me.
That's yourself up at the top, okay.
And that's, in this area was tramped cocks of hay, right? Mm-hmm. The hay was brought in, gathered in the hay rake, and a hauler, and tramped, skirted around the bottom. Mm-hmm. That's where he's standing on the top. He was tramping actually. Okay. They lifted me up just for the photo. And it's tied with 2 hay ropes. And after about 2 weeks, when it settles down, the farmers go into the fields where the mowing machines couldn't get, and they dagged the corn over the side. And the hay was taken, the grass was taken out, placed on the top of the cocks of hay, and re-roped and left there for about another 3 to 4 weeks before they were eventually taken in, one at a time on a shifter.